And I'll just have to listen very, very carefully to my, speakers. Yes, I do. But at this point, I'm not worried about it. And I've got you turned up in my headset so I can hear you even though I have one ear on. It's fine, just please do not scream or anything. Oh yeah, because I don't have the other setting on my other screens, just on my game screen. So they can't hear you, but they hear me talking. Uh, should I wait until the ads finish? Or should I just go into it? Well, it's saying ad starts in like 15 seconds on my secondary screen. That's why I have it, so I can see when the ads start. Now I'm being silenced as rude against squids. Eos! Do you really want me to put it on this screen? Really? It says ad starting soon, but it's not starting. I may just... Wait, you have the stream open, don't you? Is there an ad playing? Okay, then I'm starting it up. Let me bring chat back up. And I have you watching, right? Okay. So let's head back over.
Send help! Send help! Oh no, I got an ad!
Well, Eos, you know what they say.
I got an ad, I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, now the ad started.
Yeah, the moment we swapped. Why am I being sent an ad about Priuses? I don't got money for a car.
Because they like to send ads about random things. Trust me, I've gotten several random ads.
Okay, Twitch, if I'm currently streaming Tears of the Kingdom, why are you trying to sell me on Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh, I got that one today too, and I'm like, seriously?
I don't like being spoiled about the fact that you team up with a certain character.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. So, to anyone who's been here since this cluster truck started,
That's a good game.
I don't know if I could play that game, but it is interesting to watch.
I would enjoy it.
So, I have audio through my computer speakers. You all have audio through the game. I'm going to be listening through my computer speakers and also having one headset on Eos so I can hear him. We're going to try and play this game now. Okay, so actually let me check.
Is that Nikki I see in your team?
Yes? Really? I heard that, Eos.
I know! I made it intentionally so you could hook good.
Do not be mean to my boy.
Bess, I thought he was a woman when I first played the game. It didn't help that I had a classmate named Nikki, who was a female.
Okay, so from your experience, do I need to worry about any of the plates on the characters?
Yeah, you may need a stone mail. And I was fucking joking.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
Because it's like the default armor you get way back in the game.
No, this is the Denandronite.
Oh, then what was it Ivory?
Yeah, Ivory is the one you get at the beginning of the game. If you told
Oh.
me I needed Ivory mail, I would have said no.
Okay, you can understand why, when you have like copper and iron, why I thought stone would be like the basic one.
But yeah, do you think those, or should I stick with plates for real?
Probably plates to counter your weaknesses.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the red plate, so Nikki has the blue plate.
Which is ironic.
Because that's the only plate I could not steal from the freaking dragons.
Hey, Nikki, you know how you're blue and how you just blue? Well, here's something to make you just blue. Just don't be blue.
I may just give him a mithril mail. Or stone mail, stone vest, whatever it is.
I love
Because-
how, like, the end, the fate of the road is you can rest on your shoulders. You're gonna fight the boss that devours time. Nikki comes in with a goddamn pick made out of stone. And it goes, yeah, I take him.
Oh, trust me, he's carried me.
Sad.
And of course, Glenn has the yellow plate. Again, the only plate I could not get was the red plate.
Can I actually talk about Glenn for 1 second?
Yeah?
So there was an old MMO that came out way back when. I think it was like 2011. It was called Eden Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a game me and Minty, who, for those who don't know, Minty's my wife, before we started dating, that was a game that me and her really started bonding over. And, like, within like the last month, they came out with a new version of the game where, like, it's like the same game, but without the pay-to-win stuff that the people who funded the game forced into it.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird that the game was meant to be played. There was a character named Frog Knight Glenn in there. And I looked at it, I was like, are you fucking serious? You're gonna have a Frog Knight named Glenn. And expect no one to fucking not know she did that shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check. Okay, he has the Master Mune. I think the Pebble Pick is about as good as you can get for Nikki. Because he doesn't get anything original. And then the Einlands are for Glenn.
What would be Nikki's best weapon? Actually, let me look this up.
Well, unless I can get access to Rainbow. Which...
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Hmm.
I'm looking at the top weapons. I
Mhm.
forgot that fucking Pierre has like the 9th strongest weapon in the game.
Yeah, well, guess who I'm not getting? Okay, so I can make the rainbow items, but they take so much stuff. Where the flip do I get half this stuff? Prism pick, I need shiny ember, shiny leaf, shiny salt, shiny dew, shiny sand, and shiny soot. The flip.
Do you want me to tell you where to find those?
Is it very time consuming?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Here we go. How to get the prism pick. Only 2 characters can use it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're missing all the shiny ones. Okay.
Yes, all the shiny elements.
And do you have both Einhausen's, whatever the fuck they're called?
Yeah, Einlanzers, yeah.
Yeah, both of them? Okay.
Yep. He's a dual wielder.
Okay, but how do you get it? I know what they go into, but how do you get it? Oh. Huh. Oh. Never mind, you're not getting this.
Okay.
So the guaranteed drops.
Uh-huh.
But you gotta kill an enemy using the summons.
Oh yeah, that ain't happening. I didn't even try to get any of the summon stuff.
For those of you who are watching who have no idea about this game, summoning in this game is a fucking pain in the ass.
Yep, the only summoning I did was Frog Prince, and that was because it was a pre-early summon.
The issue I have with summoning is that it requires the entire field to be the color, which on paper makes sense. Let's say you cast, green 3 times, the entire field becomes green. You can cast, what is it? Fucking Predator Plant bullshit? Something like that.
Oh yeah, the giant carnivorous or something?
Yeah, something like that. If you make the entire field the same color, you can summon that thing. The issue is, the fucking enemies also cast magic and change the field type. So 9 times out of 10, they cast the spell, type of coloring that they use. So why would you use a green summoning against a monster that uses green elements?
The frog dragon main thing is to summon versus you. Yeah. That was the thing with the green dragon, was like, are you kidding me? Every 2 turns I have to make sure that I turn it off of green.
Yeah, so that's why I went to the carnivores or whatever the hell it was, because it was always that green fucking dragon that casted it.
Okay, so we're not getting any of the special rainbow items.
I mean, okay, hear me out though. Wasn't there a way to, wasn't there like spells to make the field change color though? Or am I
Yes, there are. There's green field, black field, red field, white field, like all the element fields, where if you cast it, it'll turn it into that field.
I mean, that's probably the only way you can summon anything in this game, I feel like.
Yeah, okay, we have everything knocked out.
I mean, if you have those, we could technically just go to a beginning area and just kill, like, 8 enemies. That's if you want to do that.
The thing is
you
that...
Oh, you don't have the summons, never mind.
Right, the only thing I have is the traps for the summons. And as of now, I only have Mothership, Golem, and Sonya.
Do you want me to look up a guide to try and find this, or do you want to just not deal with it?
Honestly, I thought the summons were kind of BS, so I didn't really think about it. Thunder Snake?
Is that yes or no?
Oh, I forgot the stars mean summons. That is a no, I do not want to deal with it right now.
You know, I actually never seen most of the summons. I actually might look up a video on those earlier. Later, I meant. Because, like, I have played this game so many fucking times, and I never once seen, like, anything past Carnivine.
Also, I didn't know you could do this.
Maybe I've seen one blue one. Yeah, you didn't know about this?
No, I didn't. So I'm like, oh, you can check everybody to see if they have all their elements off and stuff. It actually has breaks where the other characters are supposed to be.
And do you have... oh, you do have my third favorite character. Nice.
Who?
Orla.
Mm-hmm.
Which I still hate that season 1 the characters you can get in the beginning of the game.
Like in the opening dream, in the dream scene, yeah.
And yet canonically sees the last character that can join you.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the last.
Well, no, she technically is the last one you can get.
Hmm.
It would not count in New Game Plus, of course. I know that for a fact because when I played with my wife, I told her, I'll pick a character to have on my team, you pick one. My pick was Orla, who was the last character you get. Her character was goddamn, Poshu. The first character you get.
Poshu.
Yeah, it was only like last year that I realized you can get posted before you, even going to the another world. I never knew that.
That was actually one thing I learned whenever I first started playing, was like, oh yeah, if you get this bone in this one place, you can
why would I ever think to go into the goddamn bar, to go into the bed behind the bar, and check underneath the goddamn bed for a goddamn Heckman bone?
What I didn't know is that if you don't have Pulshoal, whenever you get Lena, if you don't pick Kid, she will actually come with her Pulshoal. Yeah,
that's actually how I always got Pulshoal. Also, for a long time, I also didn't know how to get Lena. Because why would I think, oh, this character that's clearly made for the storyline, like, important and everything, why would I say no? Like, I thought it was a thou must kind of thing.
Yeah. Why do you have Blue Field?
Can I make a request for you to change something?
Yes. What's up?
Do yourself a big favor and don't put the Chrono Cross there.
Okay.
There was literally no downside to having it in the very first slot. And if you're coming in blind in the audience, just ignore me. Don't ask why I'm saying this.
Chrono Cross -7.
It recovers a small amount of HP. Oh, never mind. You must be on tablets.
Yep. That's a tablet. Don't know why I still have some of those. I guess it's because monsters keep dropping them. Okay, so Nikki... Of course you have Frog Prince. And Blue Whale.
I don't know why, but Blue Whale just sounds badass. Like, it sounds like an army name. Wait, Chris, is that you? Okay, maybe I'm just dumb, but why does it matter if it's +3 or not? Like...
Yeah, see, I never knew that too. It's like, what, if you have it lesser and then it takes away some of the power or something? And if it's plus, then it gives you more power or more heal.
Yeah, but if it just changes the field, why does it matter if it's +3?
Maybe that's where I could put it with what it was thinking, because I let the I auto allocate.
Well, I know I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning the auto allocate.
And the only one who has a field relative to their color is freaking Glenn.
Also, I'm kind of surprised Glenn's not white. I've always questioned why he was green.
Oh no, it's probably because, like, green knights or something, I don't know.
I mean, I just talked to him because the frog was green, but...
Okay, so I don't think there's much I can do.
I forget, have you ever played Chrono Trigger?
I played a little bit of the beginning. In fact, after I finish this, I plan to play Chrono Trigger before doing a second Chrono Cross playthrough.
That's gonna be awkward for the audience.
Well, I mean, I actually asked someone in the audience, they said, yeah, that'd be a great idea. That way people could see it from the beginning.
Yeah, all those characters from Chrono Trigger that died, that you killed. Yeah, time to play as them.
Well, trust me, if I had access to Chrono Trigger in the beginning, then yes, I would have gone Chrono Trigger, then Chrono Cross, gone in chronological order. Haha.
You could have just done emulators.
Well, I didn't think about that. Plus, technically you're not supposed to.
Emulators are illegal. It's the ROMs are not legal unless you actually have the game.
But anyways, I can get Chrono Trigger on Steam, because it's not on Switch. I can get it on PS5, but...
I can help you get it on Steam Wink.
Sure, we can talk about that later. Okay, but legit. My team's pretty okay.
I still love the idea that, like, literally every character from Chrono Trigger dies in this game, except for one, who was meant to be a teammate and ended up not being a teammate.
I just love all these little... I also love the relics are actually something different for each one.
Yeah, like, actually, like, based around the elements.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around with an explosive in your back pockets.
And a handle.
Yeah, you know, you never know you're gonna need a fucking handle anymore.
Or an old mirror.
Or a key to the prison.
Or a fiddler crab with a giant blue claw. Or a prop sword, apparently. That looks kind of like the, Don't know if it's just me, it looks kind of like the Master Sword.
You know what it is, though, right? That's funny you say that.
What?
That's Pia's best weapon.
Oh.
Yeah, when you get the hero relics, that becomes the relic blade, or whatever the hell it's called. The hero's blade, or something.
Ah, the Book of Poems. The medical book. The time egg, which we got last episode, or stream. Why do I keep calling them episodes?
Probably think about YouTube.
Yes. A legendary item that is a complete enigma. It is believed to break the bounds of time.
Can I just say I love that word, enigma? Like, it's just fun to say.
I love the Smith Spirit as just a scroll.
Yeah, buddy, stick that ass out.
Okay, and that's the end of my key items.
Was it because of me or because you actually were at the end?
Because I was at the end, actually.
Oh, I thought maybe because like I said like, oh, that was this, no more of that. Yeah,
okay.
Don't forget, audience. He still say so. I'm not.
Yes, he's kind of not say so, but
Kinda. I'm full on fucking like lewd.
But he is one of the people that I know love this game so much, so I thought I should have him in because he's also finished the game when I haven't.
Oh yeah, like I'm the heretic that loves this game way more than Chrono Trigger because I didn't know this game existed. Or rather, Chrono Trigger existed when I played this game. Because like back in the day when this came out, I went to a GameStop. I know, dated phrase right there, and I was that kid. I was like, I just like RPGs, and this one has a nice cover on it. I want this one.
That was kind of
actually,
me in Persona 3 Fez.
I actually found two amazing RPGs because of that mindset. This one and Okami. Not Okami. Fuck. That threw me off now. What the hell was the game called? Okage. That's what it was.
Yeah, you had it almost.
I mean, Okami's a great game too, don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, but not exactly an RPG, it's more of a slash.
But yeah, like, games like this is why I became a Square fanboy.
Though I will say, to this date, I have not finished any Square game except for Kingdom Hearts 2, because that's only because I had a freaking guide.
But not one.
I have not finished 1, 3, any of the side games or tangent games.
So, do you mind if I'm sorry, but do you mind if I say a story about Kingdom Hearts?
Sure.
So, back when it was first coming out, me and my sister were, like, hyped as fuck for it. And I know I don't talk about my sister that much, but, like, she's the reason why I love most of my games. Like, I love Square Enix games because of her playing Final Fantasy VII, and I love Legend of Zelda games because of her playing Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. But, like, she's 18 years older than me, I was a kid, she was, like, just a teenager at the time. And so, like, I didn't know much about the games, but I loved watching him play it. So, me and her, we bonded over games.
Mm-hmm.
And when Kingdom Hearts was coming out, we were hyped as fuck. We love Final Fantasy. So, Final Fantasy, Disney, we were hyped. And I played the fuck out of it. I loved it to death. C liked it too. But C eventually, fell out of the games around the time. And this is about like last week or so. She said, "Oh, hey, on the Switch, I noticed they have the Kingdom Hearts, collection. I thought about buying it." So I was confused. I thought it was just 1, 2, and 3. Why are there so many other games on there? I'm like, oh my god, no! Don't make me have this conversation. So I was like, you know how there's like 1 and 2? She goes, yes. Well, there's a game in between them. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, there's a game in between that was on the Game Boy Advance, and it's also on the PS2 and stuff, and whatever it was. And she was like, but that's not porn, right? I was like, no, it's a porn. She goes, why? I'm like, I don't know. Why is that one 2 and this one's not 2? And I was like, I don't know. It's okay. She's like, well, I can play 2 and 3, right? I was like, oh no. I was like, so you know how there's a game between 1 and 2? Well, now there's like 8 games in between, 2 and 3. And she goes, that's so stupid. I'm like, yeah. Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts fandom.
And isn't 1 technically before 1?
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep, I think.
Yeah. Technically, the phone game that's canon is also before that one. Both of them. She was like, I was like, you know how there's like a 2.8 and stuff? She goes, yes. I was like, that's why. She goes, all these games are why there's a 0.8. I'm like, yeah. So I had to fucking explain to her why there was so many games in between 2 and 3. I told her, she was like, I just played 3, right? I was like, no, you're not gonna understand the storyline. She goes, that's so stupid. I'm like, I know. I'm a fan of the series of death, and I can't justify that shit.
The one thing I hate is in 3, they take out all the Final Fantasy characters, so it's only Disney.
And even then, Disney characters didn't have any fucking point in the plots. Like, I love 3. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. I love the fact that Sanford Tokyo was a state.
Mm-hmm.
Even a fucking poster in one of my favorite Disney movies. By the way, if you haven't watched that movie, go fucking watch it. But Big Hero 6 is amazing. But it didn't have any reason being, in the stages and all that. Like, nothing in the fucking stages mattered.
Okay.
And I think that's probably my biggest issue with those games, that it just doesn't matter with the Disney worlds. Like, you can have generic fucking desert land, waterland, whatever, and it'll still be the same fucking storyline. Well, you saw Terra at the very least, unless you mean Final Fantasy 6 Terra.
Oh, true. There is another Terra.
Actually, that's why for a while, well, they were planning on making Final Fantasy 10 characters in Kingdom Hearts 1, but we want to get Waka and Tidus because they're afraid of like Riku being, confused with the other Riku.
And yet they made her a fairy.
Yeah, they actually did end up putting her in. They're like, fuck it.
With the rest of the Gull Wings, as little fairies that fly around and help you out.
I want to like Final Fantasy 10 too. I really do. But my fucking god, I hate trying to complete it. I saw Minty one time, me trying to complete the game, and I had to reset like 10 times. It is fucking dumb. If you skip any cutscenes, you lose out 100%. If you want the best ending, you gotta actually have 100%. Don't pick this option that may, have an issue down the line. Not gonna get 100%.
Yes, Yuna, Riku, and Pain were little fairies in Kingdom Hearts.
You don't go to this fucking area, talk to this one guy, and say hi to them because you haven't seen him in years. Not get 100%. And yet, I fucking hate the ending so much. And yet, it's not as bad as the fucking book!
There's
I'm
a
sorry,
book?
I know I'm ranting. Yes, there's a book.
Oh my
They actually
God.
came out with a light novel called Final Fantasy 2 point something, whatever, 2.5. Okay, I actually have that book. I display it proud of myself because, not because I love it, but because I'm happy knowing that someone else didn't buy it. Because, do you care about spoilers?
Not really. I mean, I don't know about Chad, but...
Okay, Chad, mute the stream if you don't want to hear spoilers for the book. But this is all canon, by the way. Titus, man, do I want to say this in the stream? Because I know you want me to say so. Titus likes to talk about his little bliss balls to Yuna and makes those kind of jokes. Titus looks over one time and sees what he thinks is a bliss ball coming at his face, but ends up being a bomb that blows his head off. And so Yuna has to resurrect him again. He actually becomes a dick and starts acting like really distant Yuna, because he's cocky as all hell now. He actually cheats on her almost by flirting with other girls. And to top it all off, Sin comes back. Because someone just remembered, oh, Sin was a thing a couple years ago. And poof, Sin's now back because the goddamn fire plane is open to everything now.
Oh, Jacob the Gun, thank you for the 100 bits. What's the easiest way to make a glowworm happy? Cut off its tail, it'll be delighted?
Delighted.
Oh, delighted. I was about to say, I don't think I'd be happy if I lost my tail. But thank you for the joke. Really now?
I got you, fam. Also, I'm so sorry I've been delaying your stream.
No, it's fine. I've gotta check my thing to make sure I'm not, because I'm overreacting somewhat.
Yeah, I think you're pretty tame, actually.
Well, my avatar is kind of picking up on my AC unit.
Also, I just now saw Macro's comment. I hate that in Kingdom Hearts 3, 16 hours of the game, there are only Disney words that do nothing for the plot. Thank you, yes! And half that fucking 16 hours is the goddamn fucking Frozen World that sucks ass.
Oh, did you see the other comment that they made a little bit higher? Fun fact, the final boss of Chrono Cross was added into the Chrono Trigger DS version as a secret final boss.
Yeah, actually, there was some cross issues, cross bosses, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have an ad now, so they may not be able to hear this. I'll
I
wait
can
till
hear you.
at least my ad finishes. Well, they might not be able to hear this.
Ah, okay.
So actually, there were some hidden bosses that were added to remakes and stuff.
Mhm.
For example, what they said, the Time Devourer was actually a hidden boss to. Well, okay. Macro is only half right. The Time Devourer is technically in Chrono Trigger, but canonically you don't beat it. Because you do fight it after you defeat whatever the hell it was, Lavos, whatever the hell it was called, I think. Yeah, I think it's
Lavos. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so canonically when Chrono defeats Lavos, it actually gets revived using a certain character, I won't say because of spoilers just in case, to become the Time Devourer, and you fight it again. But canonically you don't defeat it, it just kind of flees. And you defeat it here.
So final boss win. Okay, I think Macro wants us to head out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will also say though, oh shit! Wait, they actually added this?
What?
So there's actually a hidden boss fight in this game I never knew existed. I thought it was only in remakes.
What hidden boss?
A trio boss that's only playable in New Game Plus.
Okay.
Also, I forgot you can fight Orla in Godov as an optional boss.
I mean, you have to fight her as Lynx.
Oh, maybe that is canon. I forget then. I can't guarantee. Be quiet. Something.
Okay, so I guess we'll head on to Opasa Beach. And we'll start the final boss. Oh yes, but you can't fight them in your first one, I believe.
Yeah, it is on New Game Plus. I never knew that because I actually never have done New Game Plus. I didn't feel the need to. I don't know. I just never felt like I really enjoyed like playing the game again with like stronger characters. Glenn, you okay there, buddy?
Okay.
Glenn, this is a children's game. Now is not the time. That's late
Glenn,
tonight.
you kind of glitching out over there. I guess I used the time egg at the dimensional distortion. Glenn is vibing.
Glenn is pumped. He is ready to fight this thing.
Okay, here we go.
So I do have the order which you need to use if you need me to tell you.
I thought you had to use the time egg at the dimension distortion. I'm standing on the... not the ice gun, gosh darn it.
Maybe just click it.
Oh, no, that's just a
thinking sassy.
face.
Maybe go to the homeworld.
Oh yeah, maybe the other world. So let me just... Oh, wrong button again.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Maybe you or Mac can answer this. It's been a while since I played this game, though. Was it ever said how Kid got the item to cross dimensions?
I don't know. It's never really answered. And she doesn't mention it whenever you see her in the flashback either.
Oh, yeah, okay, you had to be in home mode.
There's Luca. Hi. Hey, Chrono!
Look at all these dead
And
characters.
I actually didn't know her name was Marl. I forgot. I thought it was like Nadia or something. Or maybe that was her...
Oh, Nadia is the ancestor.
Yes. That's what I got mixed up.
Is it Marl? I thought it was Molly.
I call it Marl because sometimes the E is silent at the end, but Marley. And Nikki's just jamming out over there. So you finally made it, Serge. When did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? Marl E. Okay. Or was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by that panther demon that attacked you? That resulted in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came in contact with fate and the frozen flame. Or perhaps it was 2,400 years ago in the future when the time crash hurtled Chronopolis back into prehistoric times.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Or it could even have been 12,000 BC when an ancient magical kingdom let its in
Spoilers!
After trying to use Lavos. Well, technically this is a sequel, so it's not spoilers.
I know. Yeah, but imagine my confusion when I played this game first. I had no idea who the fuck they were talking about. I was like, wee little Babu going, "What is up, fucking Lavos?" And my mom said, "Don't use that fucking language with me, mister."
Each is as close to being correct, and yet at the same time, so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. Yo, Luca, spoiler alert.
But we just said that was not the answer when you said when the country tried using it. You just contradicted yourself, Luca.
As the palace collapsed
Bitch.
around her, Princess Shala was sucked into a dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Never heard of it called that, but LMM.
Well, Mammon Machine is a thing that was in the Chrono Trigger. It wasn't Lavos Mammon Machine. I don't know why they called it that, but Lavos and the Mammon Machine is like two different things.
That sounds like a video game title. Oh my goodness, my nose. Ugh. Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and be rescued herself. As Shalas fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine.
Imagine being trapped for however many years, and the first thing you hear is someone fucking crying. like really, that's the first thing you fucking hear after so many years.
It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided into two. Led by the pitiful crying of the young Surge,
Wow!
made
Wow, Luca!
the Panther Demon's poison took hold of him. Well, I mean, how else would you cry?
Why was the panther poisonous? What?
It's a demon. Apparently demons have poison.
It's a cat!
Yes, Surge, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Don't you hate when you fuse with a parasite alien that can make you as a random kid crying?
That's every person's nightmare on a Friday nights.
That my every Monday. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient magical pendant.
Oh, never mind. Answer the question right here.
This
Also,
was
that sounds like a fucking light novel series. Reincarnated as a baby daughter clone or something like that.
Well, they've gotten crazier, you know that.
Yeah, that's why I can say that's believable.
Luca, how do you know all this?
Also, why is Kid the baby daughter? Shala, did you just give birth with lava sweat? She could have said clone.
Well, I think that they meant that she had a younger clone, one that would grow up in this world along with Surge.
Baby clone would be different than baby daughter clone.
Maybe it's the genetics. Who knows? And hello, Nightbot.
Nightbot, I'm gonna time you out for linking stuff. You're on too nice, mister.
Don't time out my Nightbot. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. That's right, Kid is Shala's daughter clone.
So why didn't do that for the fucking knife at the beginning of the game?
Maybe because she had handed it to Surge?
That was after, she took the knife. It was, bleeding out for a good while.
Maybe at that point it was a fixed theme because, well, it's not a spoiler anymore because it's been said, but Link's was fate.
Well, yeah.
So
it also could be the fact that, when she came into contact with Surge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now Surge is the only one who can activate the, powers of the amulet. Sorry, staying hydrated. And now about Project Kid, the time control project Balthazar planned out. Ugh. The whole project exists to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between fate and the dragon gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Not gonna lie, this game has an awesome story, but gets kinda weird.
That's putting it loosely.
Of course, Kid was not to know anything about this whole plan until later. Further in the future, she is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Surge from drowning. I'm sorry, what? So the original plan was for the Surge of the other world to be saved by Kid so that he wouldn't drown?
Yeah.
How?
I love how you're asking how, but not why.
I mean, the why is pretty seems that Surge is somehow connected to the Shala clone.
But you also gotta remember that Homer is technically the fake road.
Oh, yes.
So they're trying to save him in the actual road. Well, air quote, actual one.
Kid was also meant to call Surge into the other world as he spoke with Lena here on Opasa Beach. So that's why we heard someone calling for Surge in the beginning. But no one else was there besides Lena and Surge.
Yeah, comes full circle.
You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you who came into contact with Shala, and Kid, Shala's clone daughter, can do it. Well, she's not in my party, so she'll have to do it metaphorically. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Surge, release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be. Okay. That was talking to Luca. Let's see if Chrono and Marley have anything to say. Where even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake, you drowned. The truth is, this world in which you are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between fate and the flame, fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. Not gonna lie, the fact that half of the plot is that dragons hate humans is really cool. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, this game definitely has a nature versus, technology vibes to it. And the dragons kind of played it in the pot.
In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Harley forth to try and gain possession of the flame. Harley made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. I was wondering why Harley was with the Lynx if Lynx is Fate.
Also, I forget, is it ever said why Harley and Kid have the same, forcing?
What now?
Like, you know when you talk to the forcing lady in Termina? Or how was the city's called?
Yeah, Termina.
She was like, she gives the same forcing for both Harley and Kid. I never knew why.
I think long ago there was some sort of theory that, or fan theory that Kid and Harley were connected in some way. But then, this being this late in the game, that can't be true because they're said to be different people.
Well, I know a lot of stuff was cut out. Like, hell, they did my boy fucking dirty. Why am I Sparky? Because, like, his whole story got cut out pretty much. Because, like, you know how his fortune was like, oh, you gotta make a tough decision in the near future?
Mm-hmm.
He was literally sent to decide if humanity needs to be saved or eliminated. Like an alien invasion. Like, if they would be a threat, need to be eliminated early on or not. So yeah, he was literally sent here to destroy humanity, but his whole story got cut out.
Well, I'm sure once they decided how many characters they wanted, they had to cut out some of the stuff so they could actually put stuff in the game.
Yeah, I think it was a little case of like too ambitious for his own good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, that's why they cut out the one character and made him into the fucking just generic magician A. I'm being vague for a reason, but
If I say the name of the character, will that give it away?
I mean, if you want to say which character, yeah, but go ahead. Oh no, if you say who they're supposed to be, yeah. If you say
Well,
what they're turning into, no.
There are only 2 magicians in this game. One is Guile, the other is Snip.
Yeah, Guile was meant to be a different character, but they literally
yeah,
just
I know
had
that
last
one.
minute cut him out. Yeah. Well, I'm saying for the audience. This game was heavily ambitious.
Yes, and then they realized the limitations of the time. Time. And found out that they had to cut so much stuff they wanted to have in it. I would love if they could actually go back and do this whole game as they wanted to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we got the remake that had Radical Dreamers in it. I mean, why can't we just get the director's cut version of this game?
Yeah, with all the stuff they wanted to add but had to cut out at last minute.
But like the whole thing was Guile. I'm not even so why they cut it out because it didn't really change the story that much. If anything, I think it added who he was meant to be, but I digress.
The elimination of the Prometheus circuit lock on the Frozen Flame was everyone's top priority.
Yeah, fuck you, Robo.
Lynx and Harley abducted Luca, who alone would release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. Isn't Harley a dragon and also the Time Devourer's puppet?
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up, actually.
Well, Harley, it is revealed that she is the 7th dragon. And the one that helps them bind all together into the giant dragon. And it just said a couple minutes ago that she tricked Lynx into joining forces so she could get closer to the flame. But now it's saying that Lynx and Harley abducted Luca. But Kid thinks that they killed Luca. I mean, in the eyes of a child, probably taking away someone and burning the house to the ground is like, they must have murdered her. There's nothing else they could have done. But the whole attempt only ended in failure, so they waited for you to appear instead. So I'm guessing Luca couldn't break the lock, so they decided to get rid of the loose end.
Well, I think like Luca just refused and died for it.
You see, fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki? Wait,
Dun,
what?
dun, dun.
Oh, you don't have that on a soundboard?
Oh, I can do this one.
That's more in amazement, not in awe and shock. Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. What was remotely funny about that?
I thought it was hilarious. Oh, that was Zuki. Gotta love that little prankster.
Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It's quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you. Yeah, that was weird. Oh, are we done talking to Chrono, the one character who I thought was a silent protagonist, but seems to be a real chatterbox? Okay, let's see what Marley has to say. A new species is about to be born on this planet. An alien life form even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It's now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which has encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death.
Oh, I just learned why she has the same fortune. So on her Wikipedia page, trivia, it says, she shares the same fortune given by the fortune teller of Termina. Many attribute this to the fact that if the dragon god were to create a human being, the closest set of genetics would be Scholar, trapped within the Time Devourer. Kid and Harley could thus conceivably come from Scholar's genotype. So because both came from her, that's why they both have the same fortune.
Ah, interesting.
The other idea is that just lazy writing. It's just lazy writing.
Or very good writing that did not pan out.
It also might be a case of like there wasn't meant to be more of a storyline to it, but I got cut too.
Balthasar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300. And he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross. It alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brims within all life forms. Use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Surge, please save Shala. Okay, so we talked to the kids. I'm guessing this is our point.
So do you want to explain the 3 ways of getting indies in this game?
I know one has to do with the Chrono Cross and using a correct melody to reach Shala. That's pretty much been said a couple times.
Yep. That's the air quote good ending.
I'm sure one of the endings is just beating Lavos and not saving Shala, but that's probably going to be either neutral or bad.
That is neutral ending, yes.
Okay. So what is the bad?
Just die. You get a different ending, I think, for that.
Okay, so I just die and it gets the bad ending.
I believe so.
Well,
I never actually died in this fight, so I can't confirm that, but...
Well, we're not gonna die. I'm gonna try my hardest not to die. Now, let's get close to the spot. And use the time egg.
Finally, I can say on stream why I hate this fucking boss fight so much.
No beginning and no end.
I said earlier that I didn't play Chrono Trigger before this game. This game expects you to know Chrono Trigger like I'm lore. Which, I get it, it's a sequel. But, like, as a kid, this is my first exposure to the Chrono Cross series. So, like, when the game was like, oh, this thing from the first game. Hope you know it. And they play it in the goddamn tower. It's like, I don't fucking know what that was from. I didn't pay attention to that.
Oh, when we got through that room, yeah, with the giant crystals that light up at a certain time.
Yeah. Why was I supposed to know that was meant to be something important?
I got through that room, and I'm like, well, if Eos was here, I think this is the area where I think he told me to look out for.
Yeah, that was the room. Yep. Because that was your air quote clue to figuring this out.
Yeah, and you have to stand there and watch the lights go up and see what order that it is.
Well, yeah, it was that combined with the song they play. And like again, as a kid, never played Chrono Trigger. How was I meant to know that was actually significant?
Okay, I
And
guess
yeah,
we go to the darkness of time.
Yep, and Mako knows the pain.
Yep. Well, we're about to know the pain too, because
yeah, this is
I don't know
luck-based.
the combination. So, Eos, I hope you have it ready.
I do have it ready, but I don't want to give it to you just yet. I want to see. Let's see how well you fare. Try to remember it off your own, like own skill. Let's see. Did you pay enough attention?
No, I didn't, because I'm like, I think this is the room, but I didn't have any confirmation that that's the room I had to sit in for a few minutes and watch the lights.
Well, do you know the song?
Like, vaguely. I mean, my friend was making the Chrono Trigger, so she probably liked Shala's theme.
Oh, Shaw's theme is like the best song in Chrono Trigger, hands down.
Okay, to the darkness of time. Here we go. How to forget the feeling of the game talking about Dinopolis out of nowhere. So this is the final gate, which leads to the darkness of time. It's time to settle everything. May the song of truth be by the Magical Dreamers be known.
Why not Radical Dreamers?
Because Magical Dreamers is his band. And I'm sure...
Nikki, you pissed me off, Nikki.
Oh, hush, I'm sure if it was Kid, it would be Radical Dreamers, but... He's my boy, and he's a musician, and he's all about singing in songs. And you gotta admit, his song is good.
No, Mako. Let her decide if she can figure this out on her own. And plus, I have it too. I'm not gonna just make her do her own time. Like, I'm not gonna make her do this 100% on her own. I just want to see if she can figure it out first.
Do you want to voice Glenn?
Nah, go ahead. I don't want to intrude.
Hello, Tag. Welcome. You made it just in time. We're about to start the final battle.
Well, I thought time was getting devoured.
Eos?
Yes.
Don't make me get the head pats.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay, then.
I'm fine.
And remember, everyone, if you do the head pats, you can pat Eos.
Don't bat me too hard.
Well, the game actually hint you a lot of times in the order.
Oh yeah, it does. They give you hints, but it's never clear that yeah, you gotta remember the order.
Honestly, with me just playing the I've got Nikki's song stuck in my head, so there's no way I'll remember Shala's theme.
So the issue with this is you only realize that, oh, I gotta play a song once you get into this fucking fight. Nothing in the game hints at the fact you need to remember it. Which, I get it, it's a skill issue, but it's kind of scummy if you're not ready for it.
I mean, the only other way that they could have incorporated it is maybe make Shala's theme the song that Nikki plays to revive Marble. That way you have an in-game connection.
See, that would have been better, but...
And then my boy would actually have a song that would help in the final battle, so it would make perfect sense to bring him along because he knows the song. Not gonna lie, using that for this game is 100% acceptable.
I don't want to say required for half the characters.
Honestly, I've been using a guide. I haven't pulled it up yet because I thought maybe EOS would have my back.
I do got your back. I'm also not gonna babysit you though. I want to see if by your own skill, and I know you can say no, but I want to see if by your own skill you can do this. How about this? I will. Let me give you at least the first color.
I know it's yellow.
Okay then.
I remember that because yellow was flashing one time.
Then where's the issue?
Because I don't remember the rest of the sequence.
Well, just give it a good, honest attempt. Hear the notes, see if you can't play the song.
Okay, she's on the good path.
How about this? How about I link you Saw's theme so you can hear it, okay?
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, my nose. Ugh. Actually, let me mute in both places so that I can blow my nose real quick because it is being stupid.
Okay, I have linked to the theme song. If she wishes to listen to it one time before the fight, that's up to her. I will always say, I will fight anyone. I will fight anyone who says that Saw's theme is not the best fucking song in Chrono Trigger.
Okay, back. Let's see. Okay, so yes, I kind of get the gist, but it's like, I'm not very musically adapted, so I do know Yellow because that was the first of the sequence.
I would say yes, you are correct.
But it's like, I haven't listened to the elements enough to know which one is which.
Well, that's why when you get in the fight, you start using them and see what notes they make.
Okay. It is time to bring this chapter to an end and create a brighter future. There we go. We disappeared from reality.
I also understand why, but I would have preferred if they actually put her theme in this boss fights.
Okay,
like, I get why the song is silent. I wouldn't, if I was you though, I wouldn't use your yellow just yet.
Okay.
If you know for a fact that is the first one, you may want to just test the waters of the coloring first.
So you need to make the OST?
Yeah, like, you make the song. Use the tablet!
Well, I mean, I don't know how else I'm gonna listen to the sound of the different elements.
Well, when you use the thing, it'll play the notes.
Right. But the thing is that I haven't been listening to the notes because I've had Chrono Cross equipped this whole time after I got it, but it's like I never really paid attention.
Yeah, but now you can't, now that you know about this.
Chrono Cross -7. Yes.
Hey, I mean, all you gotta do is use it. You don't have to, like, do damage. This magical thing that's meant to be the all-powerful elements, -7.
And
I love how you waited patiently for you, only for at the other time you just kind of give one more whack in the head and just walk back.
And I shouldn't go too hard on fighting it because I don't want to accidentally kill it.
Yeah, you may just want to do a bunch of light hits. I would actually argue that maybe you should just unequip the best weapons if you die.
Yep. Okay, so that was green.
What are these fucking weird ass sound effects? I've never used Nikki no Irene, so I would never know what noise the guitar makes. How would you avoid sound?
Because it's talented like that. It plugged its ears.
What ears? What hands?
Okay, though, for real, I need to get some levels on Glenn so that I can heal him. This boss has a good amount of HP, so it's going to be hard to actually kill it by accident. Well, that's good. Let's use this Cure Plus. Because I just need to cure, not the Town Devourer, Glenn.
So that was blue.
Yes, I see.
Well, no, I was saying that was the blue note.
Jeez, I'm glad there isn't a brown element.
Did you just make a fucking reference to South Park?
No, I made a reference to the brown note from Mythbusters.
Well, that was from South Park. I don't know if South Park made it or not, but like, they referenced that.
You didn't see, you hear. Hi, Tony, welcome! Yes, you're watching me try and fumble my way through.
Speaking of brown, Tony Cosmic Brownie. We do got the brown notes.
And hello, Nightbot. Arrow Blaster? Love the alternate universe concepts. Yeah.
Okay. How about this? If you can't figure this out soon, I'll give you one big clue. Okay? And if you can't figure out that, I'll tell you the order. Because actually, there was actually one clue I didn't realize was in the game. But apparently, from what I'm looking at, apparently it was actually in it.
Also, is Glenn in Kingdom Hearts? Look, he got a Keyblade. No, Glenn is not in Kingdom Hearts, unfortunately.
I'm kind of surprised he's not, all things considered, but then again, Square doesn't like this game series based on how little love they give it.
I'll use this tablet just to hear what red sounds like. Oh my god, I could redeem ban in-game action non-white element.
They mean like they would ban using every element but white. Would that count the Chrono Cross though?
Well, I thought that meant that they would ban white element.
Either way would fuck you over in this fight.
Okay, so white is needed.
Oh yeah, you need every element.
Okay. Let me use this tablet to see what red sounds like.
Tablet hype! Yeah,
non-
I'm surprised even they were there.
Well, I'm sure it's because it was more of a recent game.
I thought the fucking Eden and Turner guitar music sounded weird.
Okay, so I've listened to green, blue, red. I do
Green
need to listen
again.
to yellow.
Well, you already know yellow's the first one. There's no point in doing it yellow.
I mean, okay.
So you got black and red left. Black and white, sorry.
About to say.
think.
Well, then let me try a gravity blow and see what that does. Wait, that would be kind of effective because he's a white element.
You're not gonna do enough damage just to do much to him. Rock out, glad you blow!
And there goes Lavos.
away he goes! And do you like hearing green? You're gonna hear it again.
What is with him attacking Glenn?
I mean, are you sad about that?
Well, I kind of like all my characters to be at least high in the HP.
Yeah, but Glenn resists green.
Honestly, I should give him the green plate if I fail this one. The only white I have is Recoverall, besides a Revive. Well, I have a Meteor Shower. I'll use the Recoverall, even though I don't particularly need it on the rest of the party.
Okay. I can hear the gears in your head thinking.
Okay,
They're turning,
white.
they're squeaking. I'm seeing smoke.
Hush before you get head pats.
Don't pat me too hard.
Okay, so white sounds like the lowest note. Unless I'm mistaken. White sounds like the lowest note.
I don't know if that's true or not. I know what order it is in, but like I don't know if like the lowest note is important to anything, but
Well, I'm thinking about in the musical score.
yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just not sure where the lowest note is on the music score.
Truant. Are you trying to say it's true, but it isn't?
How about this? Want me to give you that bigger clue? Even I didn't know about it until just now.
What?
There is a series of boss fights. That is actually the order.
Oh my gosh, are you talking about the freaking boss
I'm
rush in Terra Tower?
not gonna answer anything more than that.
Because the first boss you fight in Terra Tower is yellow. Great, now I gotta remember what order I fought them in. It had to be yellow, green, red. Then you get to the upper part. And you can get black, white, blue. But black and white are two diverging paths, so you can go either way. Am I on the right track here?
I'll let chat decide if I'm gonna answer that one or not.
There's a boss that can change elements that
Also, what
go in
Macro
the
says is
correct
100%
order.
true. Yep. What Macro said is 100% true.
There's a
Again,
boss-
the game tells you all these clues, but is it supposed to know the clues?
Well, the thing is that with yellow being the first note, the only thing I can think of is that there's a boss rush in Terra Tower. That's the only thing I can think of where yellow starts. The only other one is the dragon fight. But that goes... what was it? It starts with white.
Does it?
Wait, the initial fight starts with white, but the next fight is yellow. Oh, frick.
Okay, if you had to pick the order, what would you pick right now? And I'll let you know if that's correct or not.
Well, going by Terra Tower, but also by the Dragon Rush, they both start with yellow. I'm trying to remember. Because I even said the order because I'm like, oh, we're going to this dragon's realm. Yes. Okay, so yellow is correct, because I know that's the only hint I've been given, is yellow is the start.
Yes, yellow is the start. How about this? I will say another hint. To avoid confusion, because I don't want to mislead you, white is the last note.
Okay. Well, that kind of beats Terra Tower, because you go black, white, then you have to get the force field down and hit blue. But if you go by the way they are stationed at the top of Terra Tower, it's black, blue, white.
So you at least know the first one, you know the last one. Well, okay, if we're being... Before someone goes, actually, yes, I'm well aware the last one is technically Chrono Cross, but we're not counting that one.
Okay. So I know yellow. I know the other two that you fight in Terra Tower are green and red. I just can't remember which one goes first.
Well, if that's what you think, why don't you just use the elements and hear the notes again? I don't think she likes me right now, chat.
No, I'm working my brain into overdrive with Not Very Nice. I want to say in the dragon fight we went yellow, green, red, black, blue, white.
But you did say there was alternate pathways.
Well, I'm thinking the dragon fight, because in the dragon fight you can only fight in one of the realms at a time. And I remember I thought it was odd because you just fought one of the dragons and then it takes you to the water dragon realm. And then the last fight is with the sky dragon, which is the white element.
Well, if you know yellow's the first one and white's the last one, I think it stands to reason that you might have more information than you already think you do. Because you yourself said that you get sent to the Blue Dragon realm, didn't you?
Yes, and if I remember right, what is the name of the boss? Gravator was on the left. The blue Omega monster was in the center. And then the white monster was in the right, so therefore black, blue, white. If I'm thinking about that in a sense of which way. And we've already confirmed that white is the end. So if white's the end, and we've confirmed that in the dragon fight, it's weird that we get to the blue dragon at the very end of the fight, and then go back to the beginning, where you fight the sky dragon piece at top of Terra Tower. So then, if I have those three in place, then the only thing that I have to worry about is, was it green or red first?
How about this? How about you play the notes again and just hear them? And now that you know what you know now, how about you just see if that sounds correct? Because no point in trying to set it up if you're not sure.
But then I'm wasting elements.
Then if you think you're sure, go with that order.
Wait, red has to be the third note. Because I only got to red after I got to the top where the cuboids were, and I know that they were annoying little frickers. So, I put it like that. IGR... I can't write down those because blue and black also start with BL. BLA. BLU. What?
I'm just hearing your brain just going overdrive.
Who started a poll? Yes, my brain is going into overdrive. It's not very nice. All right.
We have a tie!
Troll her, she'll see this, yeah. Who voted to troll me?
That wasn't me. I wouldn't see this, but. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think anyone's gonna judge you if you end up resetting the game because you run out of elements. Come on, be entertaining.
Well, you be entertaining. I'm the one racking my brain over here.
Ah, yes. And here we see the wild Hitomi in a natural habitats. Space, as he tries to figure out what the hell is happening. She keeps opening her mouth on stream as if she's talking, but no words are coming out. We must give her absolute silence as she racks her brain to figure out the element order between yellow, blue, green, red, white, black, and Chrono Cross. Will she be able to do it, Jim? I don't think she will.
Okay, so...
Meanwhile, Nikki is just showing his ass every time the camera pans to him. And what a fine ass that is, everyone. Yes, I have never seen a flatter cake on a man. And here we see Glenn, who looks like he's trying to eat his sword. But silly Glenn, that's Meadow, and you're not Saitama. Silly Glenn. And back to Nikki, who is tapping his foot in patience because he is getting antsy. Yeet!
Glad someone's having fun.
Maybe she realized that the background is tossing different color elements at her is the answer, but will she figure that out? No one knows, and I have an ad now.
Ha!
I really need to sub to her. Maybe if she beats this fight without me giving her any more hints, I will give her money.
Okay, so...
We call that an incentive.
Let's say...
Go on.
green and red. If I switch them, and yellow, red, green.
So you said you wanted to switch them.
Yes.
What brought that up? Because that came out of nowhere.
Let her cook. Yes, I'm trying. Well, I know that those are the two ones that I was kind of flip-flopping. Because I couldn't remember which one, and I think one comes first, but I'm not certain.
Well, yeah. When there's an order, one does come first. You don't play them at the same time.
I meant as the, at the battles. And hear me out, I may be wrong about the order of the black, blue, white as well. Because like you said, the only thing I have situated is yellow and white. But what if blue first, then black, then white?
Let me ask you this question then. Do you feel confident in that? Like, I know you're wondering it, but like, do you feel confident to waste the elements to try that order out? Because based on what I've asked you before about trying to go testing the elements again, you seem pretty adamant on not doing that. So, if you're gonna go for this, you better be damn sure that you can do it.
Well, that's the thing is that I don't want to... Oh, well, hello. Thank you. Just yellow, it's shaking my head? What? Just yellow it, shaking my head. Okay. Well, apparently someone wants me to yellow it, but thank you for the follow.
Oh, is someone making an account to, like, give you the answer? You know what? I'll allow it because it gets you every week so often closer to, the pig stream.
And since we had someone follow, I'm just gonna put this out here for anyone who's here who wants to find me on social media. I have my Discord and my Twitter where I post when I'm going live, also where I chat with people, and my YouTube where I store all my VODs. So eventually, this will be on YouTube. So say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. But can I talk to you through your Discord if I join it?
I mean, yes. I have Discord chats. Time to create 6 alt accounts and follow her in order.
Well, technically 4 because he knows 2 of them.
Okay.
Actually, he knows 3 of them because of Chrono Cross. So, based on what it sounds like currently, if I remember this correctly, same. I want to be there for that. So it sounds like your order right on your head is yellow. You said red and green, blue, black, white.
Yes.
If you had to guess, how confident would you say that's the answer? If you had to give like a percentage.
So
I'm not gonna tell you right or wrong, by the way. I'm just
today.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the answer. I just want to know how confident you are.
I mean, somewhat confident, maybe 60?
Somewhat confident, only barely above, 50%, right?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to mute myself again so I can blow my freaking nose. Ugh. You know what? I have one of 2 patterns already laid out, so...
I would say right now, your options are either blue, black. I was gonna say the orders like options, but that's the way more I thought it was gonna be. Never mind. I'm not gonna say the order options. There's
okay.
like 16 of them.
Well, I need to attack with Surge for a little bit to get the stamina up with Nikki and Glenn, so let me do that real quick.
That thing is the most patient thing in the world for you, and yet you just come and smack it a few times in the nose. It's a very violent boop to snoot. And he likes green. Good lord.
I know, he's gonna do that whenever I'm trying to do this. Hey, maybe he'll do it whenever I need to put in green.
See, that's the thing. You better hope he does.
Okay, so the first one is yellow.
Before you do this, do you feel confident enough to go with this answer?
I mean, I think it's... The only way I'm gonna know for sure is if I pull up my old VOD and look at it. But I don't have time to do that. But I want to say it fits, because both the dragons and the Terra Tower fights run in this sort of sequence. And besides, someone just followed me and said, just yellow it, shaking my head. So, I'm just gonna... My follow.
Oh, just YOLO it. Say my head. I didn't see the notification. And you cut out when you said that, so.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just YOLO it, and if I'm wrong, then we'll have to reset.
Oh, YOLO! I thought it was just yellow it. That's why I was saying, like, is someone like make an account to like tell you the order? Just yellow it, damn it!
Yeah, someone's just making random alt accounts. Okay, so...
Well, time to YOLO it, I guess.
Yellow.
Bonk.
And again, I need to...
God, I hate that sound effect.
Well, now Glenn has enough stamina. Next is red.
Tablet hype?
Yes. Tablet for
Tablet
Glenn.
hype! Of course, the Rock is using a pill.
Okay, and now green.
You better hope he doesn't use a green element again.
Let's see, Surge. Nikki has enough to do one. I want to get off of as many elements as I can so that he doesn't have a chance to mess up my work. Next is blue.
Don't forget though, you still need to loop back around to Surge again and get the Chrono Cross if you're correct.
Blip. Okay, I'll do a little bit of hits. Well, shoot.
Unfortunately, it was sad. Had Jesse gone with the black element, like you think the order is, he would have done white now, and that would have been the final one.
Yes, but then I would have gotten around to, Surge, like you said. And I still had Nikki. Well, I could have had Glenn, and that's why I hate this fight, yeah.
You could have just attacked, yeah. Oh, time to restart. So I wasn't gonna help you out too much with this, like with the element, allocating.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's actually better to have all the elements, like all you can, like in the early ones, for this reason.
Oh, come on.
Honestly, if he's gonna reset it based on the order, it's probably better he does it now.
So, run away?
Oh no, I meant like if you gonna reset it, like the order, it's definitely better to do it now while like you just did the first one, because now he's gonna be on a time limit again. Like he broke the chain after yellow, which is the best option for breaking the chain.
Oh, true, so I don't have to go through the whole chain again.
Yeah, like it's better to break it at yellow than to break it at before white, like he did last time. And now you have a conundrum. I don't think he has any yellows.
Of course, Glenn doesn't have any yellows. Why would he?
Can you just skip?
Yeah, I can defend.
No, I mean, it's like, can you just drop characters?
I forget I can do that.
I was like, you don't have to waste his turn.
Oh, I forget I can do that. crap.
So yeah, general rule of thumb, to have like a decent amount of selection of elements on these characters like first page. Yeah, we can alternate between them as you need to. I would just say, just don't even worry about doing stamina. Just go straight element usage.
Okay, so it's yellow, red.
Tablet hype.
I don't think... Does he have tablets? He does. Okay. Yay! Heal
Tablet
Glenn.
hype.
Heal Glenn.
Rock out the cock out.
Okay, now green. And why not heal Nikki?
Okay.
Green, then blue.
You've gone through half the elements. Let's hope he continues the chain.
Crap, I hate using ones that are up because that means I'm going to lose more.
I would almost say skip surge, as strange as it sounds.
Yeah, let him
Try
save
and
his...
Yeah, try and get Nikki to go in the Glen again and hope that the boss chains. That way you can use Chrono Cross immediately.
Yeah, let's use Cure on Glenn because he still has some HP he needs to gain.
We're Magical Dream and we're here to kill you! Rock on! Okay, so you think it's black next?
Black, then white. I love it that he raises his swords.
To the moon!
Okay, so I just need one more, and no one can attack right now.
This is a conundrum.
Well, I can use either Photon Ray or Photon Beam. But then...
Honestly, I say either of those are good.
But then I have to wait for Surge to get his stamina back.
Just 1 point is all you need. Don't forget that. Since everyone's in the negatives, technically speaking, you should be fine with getting it back.
Okay.
There we go. So, how confident do you feel about this being the right answer? Like, now that you hit the song.
Gosh dang it, I don't have the song in my head. I have, what is it? You're Not Alone? From, like, 9?
9?
Yes,
Hello
for some
there.
reason.
Hello there.
But, let's try it. If not, then I'll have to restart this, fight. Here we go. Hold on to your butts.
I don't know what the fuck your mindset was, by the way, but you were correct. I don't know what made you change the order, but you're right. Congrats on beating Chrono Cross. I hate the fact they changed the hair color.
Oh yeah, wasn't it blue in the original?
Yeah. I often say in my streams, but I have a thing for like light, like almost like bluish green looking hair for like on women. Because of bow tie from Yu Yu Hakusho, and Scarlet was no exception to that.
Time to get the other endings and get all the characters.
She's planning on at least the characters.
I will do one more playthrough to get all the characters besides Pierre.
I love how you can't even play like an actual 30 minutes of the game on the New Game Plus to get Pierre.
Well, trust me, if I get Pierre, then I'm gonna get to this point and then I'm gonna just let Lavos off me.
Okay, so I do want to know what the fuck made you change the order? Because you didn't say. It was out of the blue after being quiet for so long. You're like, actually, I think it's red and blue, green, and then blue and black. And I'm like, it caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. I'm actually curious what your mindset was. You looked it up, didn't you? You looked it up, didn't you? Oh,
I told you I had a guide.
I wanted to think you were actually good at the game.
I've been waiting for an eternity, just for this very moment. Meaninglessly hurting one another, the disappearing life forms. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution, the survival of the fittest? What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call plants, and their innumerable spermatozoa, the life forms which gather around them. When one of those countless seeds is joined with a planet, a new universe is born. Eos, I had to know. I'm sorry, you were being cagey about it.
I wanted to see how much of the game you actually paid attention to.
Trust me, if I had an idea that one room would have some of the answers, and if I had paid attention to the freaking dragon fight.
Because you're right though about the whole thing with the blue going in that room. That was the clue. That's how you knew blue was the middle one.
All this exists for that one moment.
I was giving you credits.
Also that the one universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice just for the one chosen life form can be born? I think I misread that, but... No, that is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form. Yes, it could be you. Each of us tries to do our best with the hand we're dealt, be it our genes or the environment we live in. Each life form struggling to make the best of the life it's given, forms a link in the golden chain that leads to the creation of a new universe. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by a planet before its birth. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervan, the Sea of Dreams.
Fun fact, that's actually a reference to Final Fantasy VI.
Surge, do not go yet, Surge. It's alright. Everything is alright now. Time which has been divided will be reunified again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time, you will be able to live your own life. Surge, I must say that that was a rockin' gig. Hope to jam with you again sometime. You're always welcome with us, the Magical Dreamers. Yes, I will continue to follow my brother's footsteps as a great dragoon. Good luck to you, Surge. I look forward to the next time we meet.
I get why it's just the two characters that joined you, but I also kind of wish you saw every character that actually was in your team. Like,
Yeah.
the one, the actual, like, party list.
Yeah, I wish,
I feel
all
like-
the other
yeah.
characters had their chance to say goodbye. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes, or to solve all of its mysteries. And yet, even then... It was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born, you, Surge. Hello, kid. I guess now's the time to
I think that was her, like, pretending to be a kid.
I guess it's now time to say, see you later, mate, but I'll find ya. Sometime, somewhere. I'm bloody sure
maybe
of
not.
it. No matter the time, no matter the world you live in, I'll find ya.
Do you know about the post-game cutscene?
No?
Okay, it's fucking weird.
Oh,
We'll
goody.
let you see in a second there.
I'm sure. I am sure I will find you. And there's the planet. Surge. Surge! Hey, Surge! Oh, Lena. Oh, so we're back at the beginning. Are you alright? What's the matter? Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden.
Where's Partial?
What? Terra Tower? Fate? What are you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo dragon scales for me. Don't you remember?
I don't think he's ever said how he remembers what happened.
You sound confused. Well, yeah, even Shala said that no one would remember. But I'm guessing maybe since Surge was the Chrono Trigger, maybe he remembers.
Either that or like this is like the dead timeline surge. Since technically the other timeline is the accurate one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that surge goes on living and like doesn't have memories, but this one, because technically he's the dead one now, air quotes, he's the one that retains his memories. And this is not the Lena you get, so technically she wouldn't know anything about Terra Tower and all that.
Yeah. Come on, Surge, get with the program.
Oh, I
Our
thought that was you
summer's
saying
only
that.
just
like,
started.
Not,
What?
I thought you were just being busy to him out of nowhere. It's like, come on, Surge, give it the program. Like, like after everything I said. It's like, God, now you're the dead one. Give it the program.
Our summer's only just started.
But where's Partial?
Well, Portia ran off whenever she saw was a date between Lena and Sergipu. Ah, the book.
I still love
Thus,
how
the
Minty
curtain
went from being
closes
like,
on another tale. An eternity has passed. Fleeting dreams fade into the distance. All that's left now is me and my memories. But I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, you and I. Another place, another time. It's just what we might not realize, that you are you and I am me. Let us open the door to the great unknown, come across another reality, and live another today. Even when the story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Shala Kid Zeal.
I hate how the pages go to the left, but the cover goes to the right. It's like, yeah, just deny the pages and everything.
Shala and another person.
I think it's implied that like they found each other again and got married. Like they read like the memoirs rather than writing it.
Alright, cutscene, ending time.
So.
Oh, sure.
So how's it feel knowing you finally beat the game?
Actually pretty good. Oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours, not counting the, 30 minutes we spent dealing with, Scuff.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I still feel so betrayed, though.
Mitsuda. I guess this is showing all the characters after the end, plus, some cutscenes. Aw, poor kid.
Okay, I'm sorry. As someone who hates Kid, I never really felt bad about that scene. So. I do appreciate the fact that they kind of keep your team. I'm guessing you had Posho and Kid during the scene.
I can't remember. See, this wasn't in the game, but it's more like a school, a chain link fence. I mean, I want to say my team would have had well, I had Radius, yes, because...
Is it Radius? I'm probably calling Radius.
Radius,
also,
Radius.
Fuck that fight. I hate that fight.
Yeah, this is like a modern time. Because there's like
that
a school
fucking fight was my bane. Okay, hear me out. I hated Miguel less in that fight.
Coincidentally, I beat, Garai after the 3rd time. It took me forever to beat Miguel.
So much so, you're about to restart the entire game. Alright, I forgot that's how you got General Viper's ability. He was going to his fucking home and get the flag.
Well, no, it's in the bar, it's like a, hidden room.
Oh, I got that at the worst moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm watching your screens here. I feel bad for anyone who's not gotten that too.
Naked Surge.
Something for the ladies.
I'll tell you cheesin'. Oh, gosh dang it! It wants to go to sleep. I'm like,
yeah.
no.
Don't we all?
No, it's not time to go to sleep. We're watching stuff. There's the combined dragon. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be Shala in the future world? But she knows the memories, or she knows about what happened in Surge's time? That scene was cool.
I love that scene.
Yeah, she's walking along train tracks. Oh wow, that actually says Square Soft.
Yeah, this is post combining. Pre-combined, sorry.
Yeah, I know, but it's like everywhere you go, you see Square Enix, Square Enix, Square Enix. I'm like, I never see Squaresoft anymore.
I'm kind of surprised they kept it in even after the remake.
Maybe it's because they didn't change the original ending, credit scene, but I don't know. I've never played through the credits. I've never gotten this far.
Pixar?
Yeah, what's Pixar? those realistic-looking people.
That is realistic, people. Those are. This is live footage.
So they're saying that Kid and Surge found themselves in real-time Japan.
Do you want me to answer that?
I will find you, even if I have to search the world over. Sometime, somewhere. I'm sure. Hmm.
So yeah, it's implied that Kid is in our world now, like real life,
And
or Sala, one of the two. It's fucking vague. No one understands it 100%.
well, either yes, she somehow jumped dimensions to get to our world, or our world eventually became from Surge's world. Or Kid's world. It started out as their world, but then it became our current world. Is another way to look at it.
So how much must someone donate for you to get Pierre next playthrough?
I'm sorry, what?
How much must someone donate to make you choose Pierre next playthrough and skip Guile into the third one?
Why would you do that to me?
And how much must someone donate to make you use Fun Guy and Pierre in the final boss fights?
Also, is anything else going to pop up, or can I press A now?
You can press A.
I just didn't want to skip anything. Save game, yes.
I think Hitomi broke, guys. I think my question was so stupid. I didn't even like. She's not answering it at all.
Okay, so realistically,
Pierre.
I really do not want to get Pierre because I like Guile more.
Okay, for the longest time, I didn't even know you could get Nikki and Pierre. Because as a kid, I was like, oh, well, I'm going out of places trying to find a way over there. Oh, a bar. Oh, this guy stands out like a sore thumb. So yeah, it wasn't until like a couple years ago I realized you could get Pierre and Nikki.
Well, whenever they said, oh, there's multiple ways, to get into the castle, we just gotta find one.
Well, I thought it was just writing. Like, it wasn't being literal. I didn't think the fucking front entrance would be one way.
Yes, Pierre is such an idiot.
Is that also where you only
reason.
every time you see that? Oh, go on.
I mean, that's also another reason that I.
So is that the only time that you also see the third brother? It was like salt, pepper, and like oregano, I think it was, whatever the hell his name was.
I thought his name was like Catsup or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think ketchup sounds more accurate than oregano.
I think, yeah, because it's like, you don't see him any other time in any other timeline. I think he either leaves or doesn't make it. But he's like the third Shaker brother or something.
Are you not gonna give the Shaker brothers the love they deserve, the love that chat wants for them by skipping Pierre? Everyone loves Salt and Pepper. They're the best characters.
I can say I don't really like the Shaker brothers because
no one likes them. No one likes them.
Their catchphrases are so annoying.
The only thing I can say positive about them is I appreciate the fact that like they're willing to fight you at that one point. It'd be like, did you actually kill the captain? We gotta know. Like I can respect that about them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the Owl of the Damned.
Yeah, like I think like the final time you fight them.
Yeah, because I think that because Karsh and Dario.
Like went together and Kosh came out alive only. That Kosh like betrayed him.
But then they find out later that well, they don't find out, but you find out later that's because Dario took the Masamune and Karsh had to knock him off in order so that he wouldn't kill him.
Well, I think Dario asked Kosh to do it.
Yes, I mean that's what I mean, that Dario was able to fight it long enough for Karsh to knock him off the ledge and send him spiraling.
I'm getting
then,
Mystery Skulls vibe from that.
Hmm?
Oh, it's just a famous anime online called like Mystery Skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Is just something similar happens in that animation?
Uh, but for me to use Pierre and then to use Pierre and Fungi in the final battle.
I would not ask that of you. I wouldn't ask of anyone. I mean, to be fair, Pierre does get one of the best weapons, but so does Glenn. It's like,
Honestly, Glenn single-handedly got some of the best fights. Some of my best fights because of the double Eins Lancer.
it's like if I didn't love my girl so much, I would go for Glenn every playthrough. Because it's like, she's like the best magical user, Glenn's the best physical user. It's like, they're both green, it's like, take your pick. And in case chat's wondering, I'm talking about Rasley, who's like a little green little fairy.
Yes, I didn't get her in this one because I didn't decide to save Kid.
Yeah, if you save Kid, you get Rasley. If you don't save Kid, you get Glenn. And like I said, they're both arguably one of the best characters in the game. Is just one's physical, one's magical.
And it kind of makes sense why you wouldn't get them in the same playthrough, because that would be broken.
Yeah. Actually, let me look up it. Actually, what is the tier list?
I think you told me one time that Glenn was like high tier.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Glenn is like fucking like top tier. Okay. I'll go. You want me to say the tier list out loud or not?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go from bottom up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you? Okay, there's 5 people in D tier. If you had to pick any characters in D, you place in D tier, who would you pick?
Pierre.
Pierre's one of them. Yes.
Fungi.
Surprisingly, no. Fungi is not D tier.
Hmm.
But I'm also wondering, like, what you would want yourself.
Well, Pierre, Fungi. I can't really think of characters that I don't like as much as Fungi and Pierre.
Well, according to this guy, this was the phone that came up, so and it's very recent. I'm not sure how accurate this is. They have Vaughn, which makes me sad, I like Vaughn. Pierre, Doc, Neophil, and Pip.
Pip and Doc?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I didn't use either of them, but they'd be a good Surge replacement because they're both white elements.
Who?
Doc and Pip.
Oh, I think you said Vaughn. For C tier, Postal, Matcha, Turnip, Starkey, Mel, Corsa, and Lucia. Sorry, not Lucia? Yeah, Lucia.
Nah.
B tier, Zoa, General Viper, Norris, which kind of surprises me. What really surprises me while I'm questioning the tier list now is Rasley. Marcy, Vidal, which that surprised me too. Vidal is actually a very good magic user. Miki, Orcha, Draggy, Zappa, Mojo, Radius, Irene, Stina, Leah, which that surprised me. She's a fucking strong physical user. There's Fungi, and Sniff.
Fungi is in what? B?
Yeah, according to this guide.
Ew.
A tier is Kid, Nikki, Lena, Guile, Janice, Sprig, which Sprig was a lot worse than that. Fargo, Skelly, and Greco.
Well, Sprig, if you get all the correct monsters for her to turn into.
Yeah. But even then, I feel like yeah, it's very niche. I don't think I've seen anyone ever use Sprig on the team from one like the required section. uh, uh, and then the S tier. I'm not gonna count Surge and Lynx because that's kind of a given.
Oh yeah.
From worst to best, Grobik, Kosh, Orla, Harley, which that surprises me. And then top number one tier, Glenn.
Oh, and I got a stretch. Thank you, Makrashio, for the stretch. Okay, stretched. Yeah, that does surprise me.
Let me use GameMate because that's I use a lot for a lot of things. Yeah, like this one is totally different. This one I feel like is more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Because this one says C tier is Lucia, Corsa, Skelly, Sniff, Turnip, Vaughn, and Pip. B tier is Radius, Nikki, the fucking cook guy whose name I forget.
Which
Orcha,
guy?
that's his name.
Orcha?
Orcha. Fuck, what's his name? Janice, Mojo, Pierre, Neofio, Mel, Porso, Doc. What's the hell's his name? Fun Guy and Zappa. A tier is. Fuck, it doesn't say the fucking names. Miki, Irene, Zappa, Matcha, Sir Viper, Stina, Marcy, and Greco.
Sir Viper?
Heh. A tier, Kid, Draggy, Guile, Norris, Stocky, Orla, Orbic, Sneff, Sneff, that's not Sneff, who the fuck are you again? Sprig, Koss, Rasley, and Leah. With S tier being Surds, Harley, Lena, which surprised me, Fargo, and then Riddell.
Yeah, they say Riddell is a good healer.
Yeah, Riddell is like the best healer in the game. I'm kind of surprised this one has Lena as the as SS tier.
I mean, maybe if you level her up correctly, she can be a good physical.
Yeah, let me see here. So, okay. Lena, several indispensable tech skills like refilling your own elements and even reviving yourself just makes Lena so good that we still place her on the highest tier, despite being a spellcaster, and our tier list values physical attack as much more. Okay, that makes sense. She's a recycler. Riddell, one of the best white and overall spell users, high magic stack and possessing a white innate makes her a good healer as well. She practically deserves the highest tier if we're focusing on the magic capabilities of each character. For Glenn, Dual Wield is one of the most broken skills in the game, which Glenn possesses. It gives him access to the stats of 2 weapons, and he can also wear 2 copies of the Iron Lancer, which just makes Glenn unstoppable.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes Glenn will attack and he'll get some super crits. And I'm like, dang!
Yeah, like I'm looking at some of these descriptions. Like one of my goes, Leah. The hottest hitting yellow innate in the game. Leah also has a dual attack with Draggy, which we believe is one of the better characters in the game. Don't be deceived by young looks. Leah is a must-have character if you're looking for yellow innates. Yep. For Rasley, a character that can hit hard, with spells that can hit all enemies with the heavy attacks. The damage, however, isn't super high due to weak physical damage. We put it in the S tier as her level 7 tech is one of the most valuable level 7 techs in the game, which can greatly reduce elements from enemies.
Hmm. Oh, wow.
I just want to prove Pierre. Pierre requires a specific setup to become not just viable, but really strong. However, without the necessary healer set, he just becomes one of the weakest characters, if not the weakest overall.
In other words, you have to baby Pierre.
Fun Guy, another easily outclassed character. Fun Guy is pretty much a meme character with good HP and high strength, but he gets busted easily by enemy spells due to his weak and low magic defense. Okay. People say the reason why Pusher is bad is because he's a great character, but later on when it's far outclasser. Like you're looking for a yellow one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the beginning of the game, she's like very hard hitting. But yeah, once you get better or other yellow units, then you can easily replace her. Unfortunately.
I like this one for Sneff. Always says don't. Just don't. Sneff is the worst character you can possibly have. Sure, he may have some gimmicks that can be fun to use for playability. Having Sneff is just handicapping a team for fun. I love that. Don't. Just don't.
Okay, so I think I saved. Yes, I already saved. Okay.
So how does it feel knowing you beat the game though? Like 100%. Almost. 100% as much as you can in one playthrough, so to say.
Well, as much as I can for the first playthrough, feels good. Like I said, I haven't played many Square Enix games through to completion. So it is pretty nice. I do, like I said, I want to play one more and get the majority of the characters. I really don't want to get Pierre, but...
I'm not going to get Pierre, I was just joking with that. Oh, so here you go, for Nikki. Come with a large grid, but that's it. Nikki isn't a bad character in itself, but nothing else makes him stand out. I can agree with that.
Don't slander my boy.
Okay, this is what you meant by Zapper coming in here. Not Zapper, Zoa, when you have a Glenn.
Yeah. It's just odd because that's the scene where you get where Nikki you have to go through Shadow Forest to get Nikki.
Why does Nikki go through Shadow Forest again?
Because I don't know, he goes missing from his tour boat. And it's like Mickey goes, yeah, we saw him go into Shadow Forest, but that's about it.
Because, like, I can understand, like, Pia being dumb enough to be like, I'm gonna try the front gate. Guy was like, let's try the back entrance, climbing up. Nikki's like, I'm gonna go in the fucking woods and get lost.
Well, I think it's because he may have heard a rumor that there's a sewer down there that leads to the... Harley. A sewer that leads to the dungeon or right outside. That actually becomes viable later in the game because that's the only way you can get in and out of lower part of Viper Manor.
I still love the fact that the canonical team is Serge, Kid, and Glenn.
I mean, I guess that does cover all the weaknesses. I just covered it a different way.
Also, you wouldn't have Kid here.
Yes, that's the other thing, is that she would be not there because you need to get the Hydra tumor to save her.
Serge's about ready to fight that thing, looks behind him like wondering why the hell Kid's here, and why is he even fighting this thing now?
Yeah, because the whole reason to fight this stupid thing is gone away if Kid's there. I mean, unless you play the same route again.
I do wonder though, like... sorry. I do wonder though why you not killing the thing means it doesn't give birth.
I don't know, maybe because it's a plot device or something.
Also, I love how he jumps up, they only jump back down.
Yeah, in the original scene there's more to it, but it's like they're just doing a little trailer to show you what's going on in the game. Ah, the Invincible.
I hated this section of the game.
Hey, it's better than the Zelbus.
Well, I kind of lumped the two together, let's be honest here. I just hate this fucking boat. Okay, as a kid, I didn't fucking realize what you had to do, so I just kept playing the game until I got lucky, and I was like, I'm never getting lucky. Like, I spent, I'm not lying, maybe like 2 days on trying to win that goddamn game. Spoilers. Also, this cutscene made me for a long time made me think that Serge was 7.
Well, the original Serge died at 7.
Well, yeah. But I was also like 8 when I played this game, so my mindset was that the actual air quote real world, it was like a 1-for-1, like or something like that, where like Serge died with the water coming out in the beginning of the game, but in that world, that was like 5 minutes ago, so like, I don't know. I was a dumb kid.
I'm just letting this cycle while we talk, just so that people have something to look at.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question then. In your opinion, what was the best moment in the game?
Mine's a bit biased.
Nikki's cons, I'm guessing?
Yes. There's a reason why I'm addicted to that song.
Well, I know. I fully get why it's a good song. I just like another word more myself, but I also understand why people love Nikki's concert.
And honestly, it's never explained, but I think it's sort of the story of Zelbus and Fargo.
Yeah, like I didn't even know about the whole relationship with the little brat until you told me.
Yeah, Marcy.
Yeah, I didn't know she was Zelbus's and Fargo's son.
Well, that was the whole thing with
no, that's a daughter. I saw Nick go.
Nicky was looking for his sister, and he heard his sister might be in Marcy might be in the manor. That's why he went looking for a way to get in the manor, because he found out that his sister might be in there.
Yeah, like I said, don't forget that it was only recently that I realized there was branching pathways. So I always did Giles, so I never got to see that side with Marcy's backstory.
And then it's like, you learn about what happened to Zelbus, and then what Fargo did. And how in the 2 different worlds, 2 different things happened. In the home, or the fake world, wasn't it that Fargo became the pirate and had the SS Invincible.
Yeah.
But in the real world, it became the SS Zelbus and became a party ship because he just didn't want to face his past.
God, every time I see this fucking Hydra, it pisses me off.
Why?
Because of how you fucking get Rasley's ultimate tech.
I also didn't know its tails were heads.
Okay, so for chat, can I just say how dumb it is how you get Rasley's ultimate move? Because this is coming from someone who loves her to death. Let me just
Go ahead.
get to this. I'm getting to the point now where I can actually, I'm not saying anything wrong. Okay. So this is how you get her ultimate move. You have to fight the Hydra with Rasley not in your party because Rasley's the one who sees the kid in it. So the moment you get her, don't use her. After the SS Invincible, you have to go to Water Dragon Island with Rasley in your party. So yeah, so you have to not let the Hydra give birth because Rasley's how it gives birth. I don't know. But then go to use her for the island to allow her sister to die because the Hydra being alive means the dwarves are not nearly as angry. Or rather, the dwarves attacked the island because the Hydra is dead and the baby is there. That's what it was. Because Rosetta dies if you don't have that. So by doing a bad route and then going on as if you did the good routes, the sister dies, and therefore you get the Raz flower. Otherwise, it kicks you out. Then, after clearing Chronopolis and having Terra Tower rise in the sky, you must go back to Water Dragon Island in the homeworld and check the tree in the middle. Oh, sorry. That's how you get the Raz flower and the Flora Rod, which is arguably her best weapon. So you must do the good route, air quotes, while not doing the good routes. And then bring her, like, it's so complicated, because, like, okay, if you're going to use Rasley, chances are you're going to use her at the beginning as soon as you get her. I do. So you have, because you use her in the fight against the Hydra, you end up locking yourself out of the, one of her best weapons and the her level 7 tech. But if you don't use her in the fight, you're probably not going to be using her during the Wild Dragon, section. So she won't see her sister die, and therefore she doesn't make that shrine. It's just so convoluted. I love this game to death, but it's very player hostile.
I mean, it can be. It's just, I think they, like we said, they were very ambitious with this game, but they didn't make it easy for the players to read what was happening. Because, like I said,
Yeah.
if Nicky's song that he plays at his concerts is actually Shala's theme, then it would make sense for Shala's theme to be what saves her in the ending. Because you would know the notes, and who knows, they might be flashing colors on the screen that goes along with the elements, so you can kind of see what the elements are.
Okay, so I forgot about this. For chat, there was a fan theory that Miguel is actually Chrono, and that Lena is like Chrono and Molly's daughter. There was actually one piece of evidence I didn't tell you about, Hitomi, but I'm looking at it now on the page. I forgot about this until now.
Okay.
So on top of having Raz Flower, which is like one of the best moves in the game, it also allows you to do a triple tech. It's called Delta Force. You need to have Surge, Rasley, and Lena. And it makes an attack called, well, Delta Force, but the other name is Luminaire, which is a way innate, which was also Chronos' best move.
Hmm.
And the fact that Miguel is white innate, as well as looking at Chrono, and among other like little bit of background, is why the fan theory is that Miguel is Chrono, and also the fact that you end up killing Chrono. Because if we're not talking about the one character that was changed the last minute, um, Chrono would be the only character otherwise that survives, unless you yourself kill him.
Right, and it also gives him a reason to actually fight you, because he wants to see that the person who's going to succeed him is actually worthy.
And it's also the fact that he's also being trapped by fate.
Well, yes, but also, I mean, he pulls such BS maneuvers in that fight. He wants to make sure that whoever's going to do this can actually handle it and bring about a better future, because that's what he and the rest of the original cast wanted.
Okay, so on the Chrono Compendium, which is actually a big Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger like website, it has a theory based on the fact that Miguel is Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason what supports it says as follows. Reason 1, age. Chrono was about 16 years old in 1000 AD, and Chrono Cross takes place in 1020. Miguel is clearly middle-aged, so it works out. 2, appearance. Miguel has red hair and lots of it. Though he wears it in a much tamer style than Chrono did, he does not wear tribal clothing like others of El Nido, implying that he might be a foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
Game mechanics. Miguel is oh my god, ludicrously powerful. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. Far more than a simpler islander should be. In addition, he's innate white. Chrono would have been yellow in Chrono Cross's system for lightning attacks, but his most famous technique was Luminaire, which in Chrono Cross is a white element. Family. Lena looks like a lot like you expect Molly and Chrono's daughter to be. She's basically Molly with Chrono's coloring. In addition, her name is very similar to Lean, a character from Molly's family. It's true that we see her grandmother and sister in Ani Village, but they don't look anything like her. After Miguel never returned from his voyage with Wazuki, an old woman in the village probably took Lena in as her own, as he no longer had any family alive. The scene in which you meet Miguel is also very telling. He seems to know a hell of a lot about the whole lava situation, for one thing, and, if you watch carefully enough, the little Chronos is always standing near him, and standing directly over / behind Miguel as he dies. So what would Chrono be doing all the way in the El Nido archipelago anyways? Remember that Poor invaded and conquered Guardia. We don't know exactly what happened to Molly, but it's pretty easy to guess. As then Queen of Guardia, she was either killed, taken prisoner, or is hiding somewhere, possibly organizing a rebellion. Either way, not very pleasant. Knowing that things are going to get bad real soon, she entreats Chrono to escape with their child. He gets as far away from Guardia as possible with Lena, settling down in the quiet life in the fishing village and changing his name. The only problem with the theory is that Chrono uses a katana and was powerful enough to defeat Lavos, let alone a boy from Ani. And a couple of counterpoints to this. While there's no hard evidence and very few contrary factors, 1, Chrono is left-handed while Miguel is right-handed. 2, game mechanics. While Miguel is incredibly powerful, he's also been stuck in a time freeze for what was 10 years to the outside world. There's no telling how much time has passed from Miguel. Also consider how powerful Surge become during the events, which lasted only a few months at most. Whereas Chrono went on over a large period of time and got missing powerful. Family. It's a video game, and like in movies where they do relate people actually look alike. Consider Waka and Chapu, for example, from Final Fantasy X. And story. Miguel knows an awful lot, but he also lives in a city from the future, which is studying all history and even divergent timelines. Considering he has little else to do besides womp on robots, it seemed like he spent some time studying the database. And overall, a tenuous connection at best.
Hmm.
So, there's reasons to support it, but there's also reason to be against it too.
But I mean, that's the thing with fan theories is that they're fan theories. They're not
I
confirmed
actually
by
like to consider
canon.
canon. Yeah, I like to consider canon myself, but I'm not gonna like bash anyone who does not consider canon. I just think it's more badass if you kill Chrono.
I mean, I
So
see it as kind of, yeah, it's kind of a good way to sort of pass the torch. Because that way, if Miguel is Chrono, and then, well, you'll be fighting him as Lynx. So that would be Lynx Surge's way to sort of test his might and see, well, Miguel to see what his successor is going to do and how they're going to save them. Because you still see Kid Chrono all over the place, but I'm sure that's just the Chrono from a previous time. And not Miguel. But also, I still like to stick with the successor theory, which I just came up with just now because it just makes it feel a little bit more impactful that he was testing out the next person who he knew would eventually come in contact with Lavos. And so he wanted to make sure they were ready for anything. That's why they're so freaking hard to fight. Hmm.
wait, what?
Hmm.
So I'm looking at something right now. I didn't know there was some bosses that can be trapped in the Forget Me Not pot.
Hmm. Forget Me Not. That's where Lynx is in the Crayola world, right?
I think so.
And when you say trapped, you mean like they were defeated and they ended up there, because that's how Lynx ends up there. Or
No,
Surge as Lynx.
I meant like it says right here. Along, I'm not gonna say it actually. Uh, Redacted can be trapped in the Forget Me Not pod for use with Spriggs' doppelganger tech.
Hmm. Well, there's only like one enemy that's in the Forget Me Not area.
So I forget. Do you know about the hidden boss fight?
No, I don't think I heard about that one.
So there's a hidden boss fight. You can only be fought in New Game Plus,
Mm-hmm.
but it requires getting to the bend of time.
Hmm. Where we fought Lavos?
No, that's the end of time. I know is kind of confusing.
Bend of Time. Okay, where is that?
Uh, do you ever get Janice's level 7 tech?
Who?
Janice's
I didn't even
little
get
carrot.
Janice.
Oh, I thought you got everyone you could in the first playthrough.
I couldn't get Janice because they said to get her you needed Sprig's doppelganger ability, but you also needed near end game monsters in order to fight in
You didn't need that. You didn't need that.
the battle arena or whatever it was.
Anyways, the bend of time Can only be accessed when you get the sip from Poor. So whenever Norris joins you.
Mm-hmm.
It is a small island located between the main human-populated El Nido Island and Mobule.
Okay.
It's just that's where the bit of time is a reference to
Mm.
Chrono Trigger, but there's also where you can fight the hidden boss fight at New Game Plus.
And who is the hidden boss fight?
Do you want me to say or not?
Is it a character that we currently know of?
Maybe. I don't know how much you know.
Well, I know basically the beginning of Chrono Trigger, and now I know all of Chrono Cross for right now.
You probably don't know the boss then. It's up to you want me to say or not, though.
Hmm.
I would say Ismail, though. This is the secret boss is also kind of why I'm mad that a certain character got removed from the game.
Does it start with an F?
One of them.
I know the secret boss. Do they start with an F?
One of them.
If it starts with an F, then I think I know who you're talking about.
Didn't say. I know the answer. Like, you don't have to hide from me. It's up to you if you want to say it or not, though, to the audience. If you don't want to say it, you
Well,
can type it out to me.
honestly, they've been sticking around this long, and they've been listening to us just theorize
Shooting the
and
breeze.
fan theory. Yeah. So, obviously they don't care about spoilers, because you spoiled a bunch of stuff in the game.
I did?
So, well, you said spoilers like 5 times.
Oh.
So I'll just go out and say it. Flee.
The Bend of Time is also home to the Mystical Knights, Ozzy, Flea, and Slash. So
See,
yes.
I've never played through the entirety, but I know because of my friend, they loved Flee.
I can't imagine why they might have loved Flea.
And so I know of Flea, and I know they were part of a knight trio.
Yeah.
I knew Slash was one of them.
Yep, and Ozzy. All based on famous guitarists.
Yes. And that's actually why I think they had to change Nikki, because Nikki's Japanese name is Slash.
I wouldn't be surprised that's the reason why. Like, not because they're in the game, but more like they didn't want to have like two characters in the universe with the same name.
Well, also, it was an homage because whenever you find Nikki in the Shadow Forest, and he's trying to beckon one of the creatures to follow him, he sings, a sort of different version of Sweet Child of Mine, when he says Sweet Sister of Mine, which is Slash's song, one of the songs that Slash does for
Yeah.
Guns N'
Guns N'
Roses, I
Roses.
believe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
I
why
actually didn't know
another
that.
nod to Slash.
Huh. Well, you know.
And, I mean, he's also a guitarist, musically themed.
But yeah, I have to ask. I'm just gonna ask about the elephant in the room. Did your friend like Flea because of the femboy aspect?
Mm, it's been so long, and I don't remember much, but I know that they were enamored with Flea, and I'm sure it probably was.
More often than not, if anyone says they like Flea, it's because of the fact that he's a femboy. Like he disguised himself as very feminine, and even the characters at first think he's a woman, but then like Frog's like, no, that's a man. And even in this game, he has the male icon if you hover over him.
Well, yes, we have to have our, what's the word? Traps?
That term is offensive. We use the term Rose Boys, which I fucking hate.
But yes, I mean, I know about most of the characters because, again, my friend was super into Chrono Trigger, so I got to see all the characters. I saw a bit of some of the later scenes in the game, and I didn't see anything particular, but I know that they liked Flea. And was it Johnny or Robo that they liked? I think it was Johnny.
I'm actually kind of curious about. I might have to watch your playthrough of Chrono Trigger because I'm curious if about 2 points in the game if
Okay.
you end up falling for the traps or not. Because
Traps is in physical traps or traps is in people?
like new player traps.
Uh,
Granted, it was painfully obvious, but there's actually a way to not get 2 characters in the game. I'm just gonna say it now. I'm not gonna say at what point that happens for each one, but like I will say there is a chance you might lose out 2 characters.
okay, so we may do this one of two ways. Either I play blind, or I have my good friend Eos guide me along, while still holding back evidence.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to do every day. I see myself, but
I know.
I wouldn't mind being here for some of it. Honestly, I think just going blind, because like I don't mind saying information that like is not really spoilers. Like I didn't want to spoil the boss fight for you here, where like music order and all that, even though you spoiled yourself. But like, I'm not gonna be as like restrictive either if you ask me for information. Because where I have Chrono Cross in a special place in my heart, Chrono Trigger is like, eh. I don't give a damn about that game as much. Which I'm gonna be fucking soft for saying that, but
Well, I mean, most people like sequels, but they don't like the originals.
It's just like I didn't know about Chrono Trigger my first time. I just saw Chrono Cross in the store and I was like, I want to play this.
To be honest, I think that was me too. I actually saw it. I'm like, ooh, this looks interesting. And then my friend saw me playing with it and she's like, you know that's a sequel, right? I'm like, what?
I mean, it always doesn't say to anything like that. Like, why would I think it's a sequel? Plus, okay, here's the thing. You take out Lavos and remove Scarlet's theme, and there's pretty much no connection to the first game. Like, if you just change a few writing bits of it, it could have been its own game. You would never know it was a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, there's some points where the first game storyline like moves the plot forward, like obviously the final boss fight, or Miguel is a whole thing. But for the most part, that could have been written differently. It could have been different boss for all we knew. The time developed could have been its own thing. You didn't have to have like Chrono Trigger characters in it. And this is maybe my theory, and I'm probably wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. But it always felt like to me that Chrono Cross was meant to be his own thing, but they wanted to try and cash in on the Chrono Trigger hype.
I mean, I can see it because there's not really, it doesn't copy the fighting style of Chrono Trigger.
Like, there's so many different variations that, like, it did not feel like it was intended to be a sequel.
Yeah, and then if you didn't know about Chrono Trigger, you could say that it was kind of convoluted, had characters you didn't know where they came from but looked familiar. I mean, come on, that spiky red hair. It's gonna look like every anime protagonist ever.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's almost 3 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's my personal fan theory. It was intended to be a Chrono Trigger sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if like some higher ups like kind of pushed the agenda onto it.
Yeah.
Not the agenda, pushed the like sequelness to it. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they tried to cash in on all the hype, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's a good point to sort of wrap things up. Unless you have anything else to add.
Nah, I'm good. I talk too much as is.
Well, alright
Once the camera,
then.
yeah,
Hmm?
crickets.
Well, I'm trying not to talk over you because I'm doing that a little
Oh,
bit.
I was just saying. Once the camera goes, my natural instinct to want to just be talkative comes in place. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let's see. Who do we want to raid?
Can I recommend my friend?
Sure.
I would type out the name to you. She just started not too long ago, and
Okay.
she's actually a really good friend. Like I'm in a VTuber group, Discord, and she's one of my best friends there. But she also showed off a new model that she's getting today. So, and I am a goddamn simp for it.
Let's see. It's Biku doing an art stream. Let me make sure I have that correct. Yes. Yep. Wrong one. Okay, so we shall go see It's Biku, who's doing an art stream. So, thank you guys so much for staying with us, especially through all the scuff. Um, please go see my friend Eos. He does great streams right now. Whenever he
No, I
gets done
fucking
with
don't lie to them.
when he gets done with his break, he's gonna continue his Zelda-thon, I believe.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch that.
I said once you get done with your break, you're gonna do your Zelda-thon.
Yeah.
So if you guys like Zelda, right now he's playing Tears of the Kingdom. Of course, he's on break for right now. But once he gets back, if you guys want to go watch that, he is very hilarious. I have laughed very much at some of his content.
I thought you were gonna say I have laughed. Stuff like that. It's like one laugh. Well, I'm currently doing a paraglider playthrough. Paraglider less playthrough where like I refuse to get it much like hand, and it's something I regret. Yeah, so many tries require it. I'm like I can't do it. Got stuck on Rito Island, so
Actually, can I give you a shout out?
not through stream elements, but yeah.
I think I just do SO.
There we go. That's how you do it. You gotta do like the backslash.
Ah. So please, if you guys like Zelda or you like funny guys, please go join my friend Eos. He does do great content. And now we're gonna go raid Biku, or it's Biku, I believe.
Please
And
call it Biku.
Biku, okay. And tomorrow we will be just doing our regular Animal Crossing, New Horizon, just trying to level up the island. So again, everyone, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you to EOS for joining me today.
I'm so sorry you had to deal with me.
And again, tomorrow we'll be doing some Animal Crossing, so let's go ahead and raid Biku. Alright. Okay.